Hello friends in Swellland and in other far-off lands. Welcome to another 5 minutes of Authenticity with Preetha. If you are interested to hear more Swellcasts on my channel, feel free to follow. And I usually try to keep it thematic per month. And this month, if you recall, if you've been following me, then you know we have been talking about mindsets in March. We started with the parallels of time and energy when we are focusing on something and how having both these in tandem impact our productivity and what can we do to make this work for us in terms of the mindset we approach an issue with. The next week we talked about flipping the script, kind of looking at things from the perspective of a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. And then last week we talked about the torque effect, which in simple terms just means doing a very small gesture or a small change bringing about a substantial outcome in a positive manner. So closing off this week, then, given we have some concepts in mind, the next thing that comes down to making the rubber hit the road is what do we do with these mindset shifts? How do we reinforce them? How do we make them stick? There is an element of discipline that is involved, and I have believed that if you do something 22 times, this has been proved by psychology, that it will become a habit. Okay, so yesterday I was rewriting some aspects in my own website, www.bethesequoia.com. And one of the things I was doing unconsciously without realizing is drawing an analogy with the sequoia trees and my ability to withstand things and reach my own authentic self. So an affirmation here would be something on the lines of, say, like the sequoia, I stand tall and I trust my core. It holds the wisdom I need. Or like the sequoia, I thrive through storms and season, growing stronger, getting rooted, and forever reaching for higher truths, right? So that is one way to make it very personal. So for me, being a life coach whose philosophy is based on the sequoia, this works kind of like a very personal example of an affirmation of what I'm choosing to do. Now, we also, through this month, we've talked about how things don't always go very well. They don't go the way we want to, which is when the mindset shift becomes critical, right? It is not a mindset, it's not when things are going smooth that you need a big change. It's when things are rough, that is when you have to kind of consciously tell yourself. So how do you use an authenticity of affirmation then? Say a parent is having, and for those of us who are parents, we can vouch whether it's a toddler or a teenager, there are hard times. So an affirmation would be that even though this time is hard, even though this is challenging, I am present, I cherish these moments, I know I will look back on these times and reminisce them with joy, and I will know that I am nurturing love and connection. Say a manager or a leader or a team lead or a senior executive is having a very hard decision-making situation or having to take very hard calls. They might use an affirmation saying, I'm empathetic, I'm creating space for others to thrive, I understand the long-term objectives of this organization, and I thrive because of collaboration that enables our success. A very busy professional in any field could be having the worst day and probably having to say no to a few clients. And their affirmation could sound like, I honor my boundaries because they empower me to perform my best. And when I am at my best, I can give my clients my best. Right? So as you can tell, authenticity affirmation prompts are nothing but very simple statements that reaffirm for you the mindset you wish to develop. And they reaffirm in a way that is personal, that is meaningful, that is genuine to who you are. And therefore, the best person to come up for them is you. So go to town with those. And thank you for listening. This is Preetha.